And welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Our next guest is an associate professor at the Dominican University. She joins us to talk about her experiences and the work that she has done for 39 years. So please welcome to the show, Dr. AnnMarie DiSiena. How are you, Doctor?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Dr. DiSiena, right? Is the last name?
That's correct. DCN, correct.
Oh, okay. How are you? What's going on? How are you? How have you
I,
been?
I I am doing well. Always busy. That's part of my life, but I love it. Always busy, but I enjoy what I do. So I'm doing well,
Oh,
thank you.
beautiful. So tell us about the wonderful work that you're doing with at the Dominican Republic. I mean, at the Dominican University.
University.
You
I
see where?
understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm there. I'm
I,
vacation minded right about now.
I, I got it. I got it. I
Yeah.
have been very fortunate. I've been a member of the faculty for
Uh-huh.
39 years. I
Yes.
started part-time, part-time, and then I worked
Uh-huh.
my way up. I was given part-time teaching and then administration. I came full-time. And at
Uh-huh.
every rank, you have to apply. So apply for associate,
Yeah.
assistant associate. I will eventually apply for full professor. I
Yeah.
teach undergraduate classes in leadership and communication studies, and I teach graduate classes.
Doctor, what do you love most about teaching college students?
So again, I said undergraduate and graduate teaching, and I love what I do because my students make it easy. My students are the best. Teaching college
Mhm.
students or teaching university students keeps one very young. I
Yeah.
learn from them, they learn from me. We have great interaction.
Now,
So I like,
39 years of teaching. What
yeah,
stands out in your mind? What do you love most about what you do?
the, the most is I can affect change in students and I can see students change. I've seen students when they were freshmen and then again when they're upperclassmen and seniors, and the maturation is wonderful. And the fact that they can grow and we grow together is wonderful.
Yeah.
We interact very often, and I teach life skills. I teach my students things they can use every single day of their life, so it makes an impact.
Yeah. Looks like you work on a beautiful campus. What stands out in your mind as a professor? One thing that you'll never forget dealing and teaching these wonderful students over the years?
The most wonderful thing for me is that when students, after they leave my class, even after years after, they contact me and said, "Wow, it made a difference. Now I know what you mean."
Yeah.
And one in particular, a young student athlete, never wanted to speak in public. He hated it. He said, "I cannot do it," but he had to do it to pass the class. He was a good student.
Yeah.
Maybe about 5 or 6 years later, he's working in banking. He emailed me and said, "Dr. D, thank you, thank you, thank you. What I do for a living is public speaking about on the banking." He said it. I think everything you
Yeah.
told us. That to me is wonderful. When
Yeah.
students can connect, I think it's great. And I
Yeah.
have contact with my students either in person, via LinkedIn, via Facebook. I keep in contact with them years later, so I see what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Do they ever come back and visit you?
Yes, some of them do. Some of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of them visit me via virtual, not so much in person because they're also busy at different places. But you know what's very interesting and also sad?
Mhm.
Sometimes the students I taught as my college students before we became university, now they have children who are college students. And
Ah,
I say,
yeah.
"Oh boy."
Yeah.
That's how you know how long you've been teaching.
Yeah.
But
I
I still
said,
talk to them, so it's great. It's great. Yes.
I see, go to Dr. DeCiana. She's going to teach you well. They're going
You
to
know,
send their grandchildren
actually,
to you.
people do send people to me. Many students said, "Ask Dr. D. She'll know, or she'll find out how to know." And that's been my mantra. If I don't know how to help you, I will make sure I find someone who can help you,
Yeah.
whether it's academically or whatever it might be. I am an academic advisor, so I see a lot of students. I see them successful through their program.
Yeah. As an academic advisor, what would you tell youngsters who think maybe I just want to finish high school and just get a job? I mean, you have families that think that way. My mother was an Italian lady, thought that we should just go straight out to work and just bring some money in.
Hmm.
What would you tell them about it? The importance of the edification of young minds.
Right. Well, I think education is extremely important. I
Hmm.
think the student will learn a whole lot more as they advance. Now, not everyone needs a college degree, true, but
Yeah.
they will be a better thinker. much more well-rounded person, a better leader. They'll understand the world better because they're
Yeah.
open to new experiences. In our classrooms, I have a very diversified population of students. We learn from
Mhm.
each other. We learn about cultures. We learn about different international stuff. It's wonderful to do that, which we do not get if you work in one industry.
Yeah.
If the student has to work, and I understand that totally, then I say come back part time. Take a few classes here and there, see if you like it. But mostly go on the campus, get campus life because you never revisit those 4 years. Never.
I know that's right. Brings back good memories to me, that's for sure.
That's good.
Had a lot of fun in college. How has it been since you recently added 2 more graduate programs to the school?
Challenging. I was given a challenge by the college administration and president.
Yeah.
Said, we know you can take this on. They've asked me to work the programs in combination
Uh-huh.
so that the business students also get leadership courses and the healthcare management people also get leadership courses.
Yeah.
I started the Masters of Leadership and Organization 5 years ago. It's a phenomenal program, but students need leadership. They need communication skills. They need how to do crisis leadership. They need how to make change. So that's needed in every business.
Yeah.
It was missing in the business curriculum in detail, so we've combined it. So in our classes, we teach differential instruction.
Mhm.
Whether you're management, whether you're healthcare management, or whether you're leadership, you're getting instruction, but your assignments are based on what you know in your own business world. So
Yeah.
what would help you.
Why is it
So
so?
it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge.
Yeah. And why is it so important to teach leadership? I mean, we know how important it is, but why is it? What more do you give at the graduate
Level. Yes,
program?
I
Yeah.
understand. In leadership, everyone's a leader, and not by title. Titles do not equal leadership. The
Yeah.
ability to guide, the ability to inspire, to influence. At work, you want to influence those you work with. You want to be able to create change. That's why it's important to understand leadership. It's not about a title. It's not only about managing. What's your creativity? What's your vision?
Yeah.
Let us grow to see what's next because our youngsters today are tomorrow's leaders. And you never know who you're influencing. I always
Yeah.
say that. You never know who's looking at you, or you never know whose life you've changed.
Bingo.
I
You-
remember changing a life of an 8th grader. She came back to me years later and told me what I did for her. I had no clue. I had
Yeah.
no clue I did that. But we do influence, and that's leadership.
Yeah. You're absolutely right when you say you never know who's watching. I mean, you may have little youngsters, little nephews, little brothers and sisters looking up to you to guide them, people in the community, looking up to you to guide them in the right direction. And if you're a leader, always remember that people are following.
Right.
So be
Right.
careful what you do. If you do something wrong, they're going to want to do it too, because the little ones are like little human tape recorders, and they'll try to follow you all the way in. So
Absolutely.
make sure you do the right thing as a leader.
And I
Yeah.
often ask my students who are their mentors, their people they look up to. They
Yeah.
know that, but I say, so who do you mentor? Who looks up to you?
Ah.
And they don't know that. They don't realize it. And
Yeah.
everybody you affect, everything you do affects someone else. That's what I try to impart to my students.
Yeah.
We have great conversations. I have fun in my classroom. Students know that. I'm also all business. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I enjoy interacting with my students. I really do. I find that, I tell my students, as I have done, find the job you love to do and go get paid to do it.
Yeah. You want to say
And that's-
hello
and
to
that's
some
my
of the
title.
people working with you?
I would love to do that. Hello to anyone at Dominican University. Sister Barbara, you're a sweetheart. She's been my angel all through. I have a boss, Ivan. He's also the director of our division. My academic dean, Dr. Tom Novak. The assistant dean, Dr. Kevin Hemberg. My
Yeah.
associate, Dr. Andrew Burns. I have a lot of colleagues that
Yeah.
I work with, and I've worked with years. And I would not be where I was not today if the people there did not believe in me and empower me to do what I do.
Well, we
Not
thank
everyone at the university gets an opportunity to do what I've done.
Yeah. And we thank you for all that you do. And even if you didn't mention a few of them, thank you for everybody that works with you, because they're going to love you. You're going to say, oh, you said thank you to us. You mentioned us.
Yes.
You have social media and a website that people can follow you on?
I do not have a website, but I can be reached at LinkedIn at AnnMarie.DiSiena at duny.edu.
Thank you so
So
much.
LinkedIn. It was wonderful talking with you, and please send regards to Devin because Devin is my student.
Oh, great, great. Okay. And thanks for coming on. You're welcome to come on again, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Dr. AnnMarie DiSiena. She's Associate Professor of Communications Studies at the Dominican University. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. We'll take a break right here. I've got more coming up next.